to talk to our reporters who are combing through. One reporter is in Wenchi, the stronghold of the MPP. Another reporter is in Bodua, the stronghold of the NDC. The other reporters are roving across the town close to the party headquarters of NDC and MPP, also monitoring how the police deployment is going. And of course, later we'll be going to the coalition center to start receiving the results. 119 polling stations is a large number, but considering the size of the constituency, it should be easy to transmit those results. So it shouldn't be a very, very difficult work. And so far, the police has been very good doing their work. They have body cams that they are using for their work, except to say that we haven't seen a lot of armed policemen, if we haven't seen any at all. But generally, it's been peaceful. We have party officers of the NDC and MPP from outside that constituency coming in to play various roles. There were a few altercations here and there, but generally it has been violence-free to the best of our knowledge and based on everything we have seen, except that standoff between Chief Sofa Zoka and Chairman Buga, the two of them coming from two different political parties. That's something we'll be revisiting and talking about later in the day. But for now, all things look calm. So we're going to go into the data and look at how the polling stations are outlined. So how do the polling stations vote? Fred, I see that you have behind you a map which is already showing the various colors that we have. So here what we do is that we have decided to color map the constituency. So the deeper the blue, or the deep blue, means it's an area that the MPP won. So these are polling stations of the constituency. Fred?
Yes. So, Sandra, what we have here are the 117 polling stations. 119 polling stations within this particular constituency. Out of that, it gives you the number of polling stations the NDC won in the last elections, and it also gives you the number of polling stations the MPP won in that particular constituency.
Okay.
It also will tell you which of the polling stations are strongholds of each party, which of the polling stations, even though are won by a particular party, is not really, we can't even say is a stronghold of that particular party. So when you look at the 2024 results, Ernest against the former MP for the area, for the NDC, who contested in the 2024 elections, you would see that out of the results we have, the MPP had 18,844, whilst the NDC had 16,968.
This is parliamentary.
This is parliamentary. This is parliamentary. But when
and I see you also have polling stations against the...
Yes, we have polling stations, but we'll get there.
Okay.
When you look at the map in itself, as we have it, you see a number of green areas and a number of blue areas. There's a deep blue, and then you have the light blue. Then you would have just the green, the deep green, and the light green. The deep blue shows you that the MPP won over 60% of the votes. Over 60% of the votes
that
in that particular polling station. The light blue would be around 50% of the votes.
So below 60%?
Below 60% of the votes. So they may have won you may have won the polling station, but it's not beyond 60. Same applies to the NDC. So there were 119 of the polling stations. Out of the 119, the NDC had 63 of the polling stations. They won 63 of the polling stations. And the MPP had won 54 of the polling stations.
So but NDC had more polling stations?
NDC had more polling stations, but the MPP had more votes.
So the population.
So the population would determine. You may have won a polling station, but the polling station may not have the numbers. So let's start and look at this particular polling station. Experimental School, Okwaman RS. Okumenin ARS. And Eskumi had 108 votes, whilst Akwatia Adom had 57.
This 2024 December 7th.
This is 2024 December 7th. And you see that this is a very deep blue.
So
look at the difference.
It was over 60%.
Over 60% of it. Let's come and check a deep green for the NDC. This is just a random sampling. This is LA Primary School, Apam Patia. LA Primary School, Apam Patia. Akwatia Adom, 182. And Eskumi, 62.
So just like the other one?
Just like the other one, is a deep blue. The gap is quite huge. Now, let me take you to the light blue and see how they performed. So then we can now go back and do a proper analysis. The light blue, and Eskumi, 94. Akwatia Adom, 93.
Neck and neck.
Neck and neck. So the MPP won in this particular polling station, but the gap was very small.
So in our watch, or in our election watch tonight, one polling station we should have an eye on is Palace Square, Amaga.
Which is very close.
Because if it was neck and neck, most likely the one who wins here may have an edge.
So depending on what happens in some of this polling station, will the MPP candidate still maintain the votes here, or would he lose it? Looking at how neck and neck it is.
Remember, Baba Jamal told us that they have to do a lot as NDC to make sure their people come out to vote and maintain the votes they got.
Yes.
That's very crucial for them. So in a constituency like this, NDC should thrive as much as possible to either overturn or at least have this...
Or keep...
Yes.
Ensure that the numbers are still very close.
Otherwise it will be slipping,
it will be slipping
away
through
from
their
them.
hands.
Okay.
So this is a light blue. Let's check a light green of the NDC. Pentecost Church. Imofra Jane. Akwatia Adom.
Imofra Jane. Children are thinking.
Imofra Jane. Akwatia Adom, 68. And Eskumi, 49. Also, look at the difference. Not too huge. Very small.
So there's again...
So, again, the NDC should be ensuring that they are winning this particular constituency.
That's if they are to win the election. Otherwise, the MPP should thrive then to also increase their votes.
Either increase the votes, win, or ensure that their votes are up.
Okay. Because it's a place that they have.
It's a place the NDC has.
The NDC has, okay.
So for the MPP to be able to win, it's either they are closing this gap or they are winning it.
Yeah.
But you see, these will not really determine how the votes will go. You are going to look at the strongholds
and how
see the numbers and see whether they can make the same numbers in this particular election. So let's start. We'll take the strongholds of each party and look at the vote difference and see what each party will need to do to ensure to either maintain or overturn.
So this is you going electoral area by electoral area now?
Electoral area by electoral area. So let's start with the first electoral area, the experimental school, where the
polling station.
Yes, the experimental school polling station, where the MPP is won with 108 votes. The NDC, 57. Very huge margin. A very, very, very huge margin.
Twice
the number. A very, very huge number.
Actually, more than twice.
You look at this particular polling station. What does the MPP need to do in this particular polling station? Ensure that they keep the gap the way it is, or increase the gap. This is a deep blue, meaning that it is a polling station which will be very difficult for the NDC to win. So what would the NDC be looking at the experimental school? Either the NDC is going to ensure that they are increasing their numbers, or the NDC would ensure that they are keeping their numbers. Let's go to the next stronghold of the MPP in this particular polling stage, in this particular constituency. Ale Primary School, Akaneno. Akinkano has 163 votes for the MPP. Then 69 votes for the NDC. Look at, it's almost 100 votes difference.
Yeah, yeah.
About 90 something vote difference, almost 100 vote difference. Here in this particular polling station, this is falling between the Wenchi area of the constituency.
So this is the MPP stronghold?
The MPP stronghold.
Okay.
Of the constituency.
Fred, share of the analysis will come back. We are doing a number of things for you here on our coverage of the Akwatia by-election. We have men on the ground who are covering various parts for us. So there's Charles Owusukumi, who is actually reporting from the area that Fred is just talking about. We'll be going to him in a jiffy. Then we have Sami Yafi in Bodia, the NDC side. Then we have Fauzu Masawudu, close to the headquarters of the two parties or the offices of the two parties in the constituency. And then we have Neonia Amate Kanaku, who is roving around in the constituency, also giving us whistle stops in a lot of the polling stations. We have drones that are flying to and fro, and we simply tell the drone, go to polling station A or B, and it goes and flies over 60 meters above the polling station and supplies us with footage from that area, and you can see some of it in the background. So this is an aerial shot provided by the drones that we have deployed. The police have their own drones they're using for security reasons. Ours are for news purposes. This is how Akwatia looks during the day. And when my colleagues went there, the footage they returned with showed that either Akwatia is a ghost town or a dormitory town. Now, dormitory town means the people come home to sleep in the morning, they wake up and go to work. It's a mining area, so they leave in the morning, go to the mines. These are live pictures of our drones covering proceedings today. And you don't see a lot of activity in the town. It is something we noticed when we went up close on the ground with our cameras. And with the drones now that are carrying, showing us live pictures, you see that people are just in few pockets. So you don't have a lot of people. You don't even see a lot of vehicles moving up and about or to and fro. So it tells you that generally the population doesn't stay around during the day. I don't know how the night looks like, but the votes have been coming out. So far, perhaps less than half of people at a lot of the polling stations have cast their votes. Look at what you're seeing here. This is a polling station at one of the schools. And you see people are voting. There's no queue at the polling center. There are people outside here who appear to be observing from across the road. But inside the schoolyard itself, there isn't a lot of activity. Now, typically, if this was a general election, you would expect to see people in a queue trying to cast their vote. But you don't see a lot of that happening. Few cars parked here and there, people going about, if there are any people at all. So you don't see a lot of activity happening. So this is just to give you the aerial shot of Akwatia, just telling you how it looks like. This is another area that the drone is taking the shot from. And our drones, we give them specific instructions. So they do not zoom in to see what a person is voting or who a person is voting for. But we try and give you all of that. So this is a compound with a lot of what is called Kufor gallons. Looks like fuel depot, sort of, maybe someone selling their own fuel in the area, or water. You can never be sure. So we have, and here, of course, forest area. But again, don't forget that Akwatia used to be part of an area known as Kwaibi Brim. So it's a forest area, or a very, an area that has a lot of forest. And so you are seeing that there. Let's go to Wenchi in Akwatia, where Charles Osukumi is going to speak to us from. Charles, how has it been? It's almost 1 p.m. People have been voting for 6 hours now. What have you been observing so far, the turnout especially? Well, deciding tonight, we are guided by the history. So we're just looking at the votes from 2024. And Fred is on our dashboard giving us the picture. So Fred, before we went on the break, you were telling us votes in the stronghold of the MPP. You can walk us through that again.
The Wenchi area. So we're looking at how the MPP performed in 2024 in their stronghold, and would come to look at what the NDC, on the other hand, did in 2024 in the parliamentary elections in their stronghold. So we started with the Wenchi area, where we had some polling stations. So we went to the Okumanin ARS school, where we realized that the MPP polled 108 as against the NDC's 57 in 2024. This is still Wenchi. We go to another constituency in the Wenchi area, the LA Primary School, where the MPP polled 163 to the NDC's 69. So you look at the vote difference between that. Let's come to the police station, New Wenchi, 245 as against the NDC's 38. We go to police station, we go to Deba Grounds, New Wenchi, MPP 339, NDC 70. After New Wenchi, let's look at the Salvation Army, also in New Wenchi, MPP 321, NDC 38. So these are all the strongholds of the MPP. Now we go to Presby JHS, New Wenchi, and Presby JHS was where Charles spoke to us from. Presby JHS, MPP 433, NDC 59. Now let's take a look at the Palace Square, Amaga. Palace Square, Amaga, MPP 94, NDC 93. Very close. Palace Square, Amaga, MPP 94, NDC 93. Let's take a look at this area. Deba Grounds, Swabe, MPP 152, NDC 128. So this is the New Wenchi area. Let's go and see the NDC strongholds, which is the Bodia place. So we start with Beauty of Nature, Bodia, NDC 199, MPP 164. So we just started. Look at the MPP strongholds. The other side of the constituency. So we did the Wenchi area, which is said to be the MPP stronghold. And you could see the margins, huge margins, in 2024. Still in 2024, now we come to the NDC's stronghold, which is Bodia. Bodia, what they say? The first place, Beauty of Nature, 199, 164. Close. Let's take a look at.
Because that's not a deep green, it's a light green.
A light green.
Okay.
Gethsemane, Akwatia, 177, 130. So NDC has 177, MPP 130. Still quite close. Let's look at Pentecost Church, Bodia, NDC 194, MPP 190.
Only 4 votes different.
Only 4 votes, and this is expected to be the stronghold. This area is supposed to be the stronghold
of the NDC. And just by way of information, the NPP candidate now is from Bodia.
This particular town.
So it cripples the NDC further unless they do something magical.
Yes.
Because the NPP candidate is from their home ground.
And note, in 2024, the MPP candidate was not from Bodia. He was from Wenchi.
Yes, and he performed this well.
And he performed this well.
But now we have an MP candidate coming from that area.
Exactly.
If the people would vote for their own, that would put the NDC in big trouble. Okay.
Let's take a look at some other constituencies, some other polling stations in Bodia. Lorry Station, NDC 344, NPP 87.
Right. This is a huge gap.
This is a huge gap. Presby GHS, Old Block, NDC 149, NPP 89. Obeniwa Preparatory School, Bodia, 219, 1110. Quite huge, but not too huge.
But comparatively,
comparing it to the MPP Stronghold, not too huge.
Okay.
Let's look at the old GBC station. NDC 162, MPP 74. The same area, let's go there, the same area where the MPP won.
In the Bodia area?
In the Bodia area. RC Primary School, NDC 332, MPP 224. So the NDC won in this particular area.
So, you see, Baba Jamal told us something, that the Boedias are two. Or not Baba Jamal, it was Musa Dankwa who said that the Boedias are two, and one of them is MPP.
One part is...
So it's not the whole Boedia that is actually NDC.
Yes, but when he also explained that when you put all together, you can easily say that that particular enclave is an NDC stronghold.
Okay.
So you go to the funeral grounds where the MPP won, in the same area, 283-124. You see the gap. This is in 2024. So when you look at the trends, in that particular area or in the constituency, you would realize that in 2024, even though the NDC were winning a lot of the polling stations,
the numbers,
the margins, the difference were not that huge.
So for NPP to win today, they need a huge turnout because they appear to do well.
Yes.
For NDC to win, they need more of their people coming out to vote.
And hoping that a lot of people will not come out to vote
for the NPP side. Because it's almost like for every 2 NDC people who come out to vote, if one NPP person comes out to vote, the number, for polling stations, the polling stations of the NPP are densely populated.
Yes.
That's how it is looking.
Yes.
You know something I want you to do for me? The deep blue NPP from the right side.
From the right, so that's not part of this, so that's a different side of the constituency.
Okay.
That's a different side of the
Bodia
constituency.
and Wenchi are the 2 areas that
we're looking at. So
choose 3 deep blue in Bodia, 3 deep green in Bodia and 3 deep blue in Wenchi. Let me see how that compares.
So we want to look at 3 deep greens in Bodia.
Yes, in Bodia.
Let's go back.
Okay.
And see. LA Preparatory School.
163,
163,
so
69.
About 100. Difference.
100.
Okay.
Let's go to Bodia. 162, 74.
Okay, so also around 100.
Also
so sort
100.
of fair. Okay, next. We're just doing, this is just random.
108, 57.
Okay.
$193, 73.
Okay, I think it's fair. Last one.
321, 38.
Okay, for MPP.
For MPP. Let's look for the
300
NDC.
difference.
96, 57.
So maybe this may not be a okay. So generally the population in Wenchi is huge.
Exactly.
And MPP appears to get more.
More.
Okay.
When you go to the other side of the constituency, outside Wenchi and Bodia, the MPP seems to be also doing well in this particular area.
Okay.
So we have the Grenase area. You see the MPP polling 290 as against the 76 of the NDC. Let's come back to the same area. Post office, Apinaman, 23974. Still in the Apinaman area, 25171. So generally, when you look at the numbers and the vote difference in areas where Neskumi was winning in 2024, the difference was huge.
Huge.
But when you go to the other side, where the NDC parliamentary candidate in 2024 was winning, he was then the incumbent.
Yeah, yeah.
The difference
was not that much.
Was very small.
And to think that the turnout gravely affected the MPP in 2024.
Yes.
Ernest probably got a lot more people coming out in his constituency to vote for him than the general outcome for the MPP.
Yes.
That's how it is looking.
Yes.
Another point of information, so the part of the constituency, the Drenasi area, is bordered by Etiwa West, an MPP area. Etiwa West constituency, a very strong MP area to the east. If you go to the north, it's Kedi, that is bordering that constituency.
That's also another MPP area.
And if you go to the southern side, Lower West Achim, now that place, I think NPP has that, NDC rather.
NDC has the Lower West Achim.
Then we have Ayen Suano also in that same enclave. Yes. Then if you look at the southern part of the constituency where you have a lot of the NDC, the Greens, that side, that is bordered by Asene Akroso Manso.
Yes.
Now we have Kojo Pong Kruma's constituency to the left, where you have a lot of blues. So if you move the map, that's Ofasia Yerebi or Achimansa, so that area. Then we have Achimodan at the bottom left. At the bottom left.
Yes,
where the blue area is.
Where the blue area is.
So that's Achimodan area. And then the north is Kedi. So that is generally how Akwatia appears to be. If NDC wins Akwatia, it becomes a green constituency in a sea of blue, because Eastern region generally goes MPP, except for some constituencies in the Afram area and also in the Krobo land and a few of the other constituencies. Akwatia is one constituency that chooses to go green from time to time. They have done so 4 times since 1992, and NPP has had them 5 times since 1992. So it is just an interesting piece of information I wanted to share while you proceed.
Yes. So, Sandra, even when we take the numbers away, let's even look at the demography, the dynamics within the constituency.
Okay.
Look at the age group of the voters in the constituency. When we had our reporters, Fauzu, Charles, speaking to the constituents, you would realize that a lot of them were young people. Earlier in the morning, we spoke to a number of the people, young men, who had gone to polling stations, trying to go through the process and also observe the process. And most of these people were young people. And you'll recall, during Musa's presentation to us last week, he indicated that there were a lot of young people within these constituencies, gave us a breakdown of the numbers: educated, non-educated, semi-educated. So the GHS level, the SHS level, and the tertiary level. Now let's look at the numbers. From 18 to 30, this is how it looks like. The total number of people who fall between the bracket of 18 to 30 are 17,344 within the constituency. 17,344. When you look at people who fall between 31 and 40, 11,234. 11,234. When you put these two numbers, so 18 to 40, when you put these two numbers together, you're having close to about 28,578 people.
Out of 50,000 voters?
Yes.
So that's more than half?
That's more than half, 28,000.
Are young people?
Are young people. Let's look at from 41 downwards. 41 to 50, 8,612. 51 to 60, 7,114. 61 to 100, 7,024. 101 plus. So there are 30 people in the constituency who are 101 plus.
30.
30. 30 people in the constituency. When you put that whole figure together, it gives you a total number of 222,750. So you look 18 to 40, 28,574. 41 to over 100, 22,750.
So there are few old people in the constituency than there are young.